This one's actually a peak one, and this one's going to make things a lot worse, especially in the UK right now. Recently reported to surface a young man allegedly being stabbed by someone carrying a kirpan. This is a ceremony knife that's actually used by the Sikh community, and it's actually legally for them to carry it in the streets. The incident sparked outrage online. A lot of people are talking about it on social media. People are doing crazy shit on social media, like getting on a knee. You got a woman, you know, standing in the rain. Now, this is what I want to say. If the UKs are very strict about ordinary people carrying bladed article, should religious expectations still exist in terms of them being allowed to carry swords and knife? It's a big thing. I ain't even gonna lie to you. If I show you guys the bladed that was used in this process of this killing, you're gonna be like, Rod, these lot allowed to carry that? Now, before you even try to jump into conclusion, this is not to aim or blame the Sikh community at all, because the Sikhs that I know, especially coming from East London, they've been cool and they're cool people. So I've never ever met an aggressive Sikh before in my life. And I'm born and raised in the UK, and we already know, being from London as well, that's a melting pot for different culture. So I've never ever met none of them like that. I never actually thought they was actually carrying knives like that. But at the same time, many people are asking whether the expectation of the knife law creates a double standards. And listen, I hear it. I understand why some people are furious about this. Why am I not allowed to carry a knife, but this person's carrying a knife? This is what I think about it. Ever since the far left and the far right has been more in the public eye, I think everything has been chaotic. I feel like people are starting to be comfortable being racist now, especially on social media like X and TikTok. The way I look at it, I feel like we as adults are not showing a perfect example to the younger generation. I want to talk to you guys about Henry Nowak. And, you know, he's an 18-year-old man that was walking around 11:30 at night time when he stumbled into Bodycam Digwa. And he's a 23-year-old man. Right, so we have an 18-year-old man and we've got a 23-year-old man that encounter each other. At the same time, when I was actually watching certain news outlets talking about this situation, it's been said that Henry was on Snapchat snapping what he was doing that evening. So before I get into this video, yeah, the only people I am going to blame in this situation, because I'm not going to blame the 18-year-old man Henry, I'm not going to blame the 23-year-old man Vikram, but at the same time, murder is murder, and you are going to get prosecuted for what you did, and I believe you got a life sentence. And this happened last year, December, apparently, right? You can see it at the date over here. I am blaming the police officer for not actually using the due diligence to know that somebody's hurt and you're putting them in handcuffs. Like, what the f are you doing, bro? Let's take a dive into this video real quickly, like, because this is really appalling from the police officers that's supposed to protect and serve the public.
My dad's holding it now. Alright. He keeps dropping side to side, so I'm just trying to keep him set up.
Alright.
He's got a mouthful of blood, I don't want him.
He was on the bin on the other side of this keeper.
What's your name, mate? Has anyone been hurt other than him?
Yeah, me. He's grabbed my brother, he's took my turban off, started grabbing my head.
Are you injured?
Yeah, I've got swollen eye, little bruises.
Alright, just step back a little bit for me. Someone flag these down. Grab his other arm. What's happened to you, alright?
Been stabbed.
You've been stabbed? Whereabouts? I don't think you have, mate.
What the hell are these officers doing, man? What the hell are they doing? These officers can't be serious. Like, I feel like all these officers that was in the scene should all be fired.
He's been stabbed, so
Where
let's
is it
just
you
check
think
him.
you've been stabbed? In the face? Oh no, but we have to check, don't we?
No.
In the face?
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is really sad to watch. Like, really sad to watch, because this is a human being at the end of the day, you know. And I feel like condolence to, you know, Henry's Nowak's family. This is really, really sad to watch. Now let's talk about what the MP has to say about this, especially Nigel Farage has taken an opportunity to use this as a political gain and to score points as well. Let's take a dive into this, guys, real quickly, and I'm gonna chop it with you guys as we go along, right?
Knows exactly who he is. Following the horrendous circumstances of Henry Nowak's death, can I urge the Prime Minister to consider this? It is now clear to growing millions in this country that we're living under two-tier policing. The instructions that are given to police officers from police bosses are clear and written down in ink. It says you must treat different ethnic groups in different ways. That, apart from the upset and the anger at the circumstances of his death, the anger that you saw spilling out in Southampton last night, and which is in danger.
Condemn the violence.
Which is in danger of getting considerably worse if the public lose trust.
Condemn it.
If the public lose trust in being treated fairly by the police, can he take some action, end this divisive practice of two-tier policing, and make sure that all British citizens are treated the same?
You know what? I want to say something, right? As much I really don't respect and agree with a lot of things that Nigel Farage be saying, but I would agree on what he just said over there as well. I feel like all British citizens should be treated equally under the law, regardless of the race, religion, or background. I feel like that's so important. I wouldn't go to the Middle East and expect to be treated differently just because I come from a different background. I'm going to obey their law. So I do hear that, you know, because if we was all treated the same, I don't think that Henry would be murdered in this manner by Vakam, you know, he would have never been carrying that sword with him at the same time. So important to understand that the family alone don't want this to be used as a political game, and this is why Nigel Farage is one of those type of people I don't like. Although he makes some good point, I'm not going to take that away. I feel like that's an incredible point to make. We should all be treated the same equally, regardless of your background. But to be using this as a way to push out your narrative, I feel like that's totally wrong.
Mr. Speaker, I don't believe there's two-tier policing in this country. I'm really shocked that he pretends to have respect for Henry's family and then acts in this way. Their grieving family have asked us not to respond in the way that the Leader of Reform has responded. They've asked us not to. They have lost their son in the most appalling circumstance. They make a simple plea of us as human beings to please not exploit that. That is their plea to us. And we all need to reflect on those words of Henry's father. My response, and the response of others to be fair, has been focused on the lessons to be learned so we can deliver justice. His response has been to appeal for rage. Rage. That's his response to a father who's lost his son, and ask for that not to happen. Exploiting this tragedy to create grievance and division would be wrong in any circumstances, but to do it when the family are expressly saying, please don't, is unforgivable. It shows exactly who he is.
And you know what? You know, that was actually brilliant from how Sturmer addressed that situation, and that's actually a fact. That's the proof in the pudding of Nigel Farage and his own personal agenda. You can tell, like, you see, this is going to inflame a racial tension if this is how you're trying to go about it. The family, especially of Henry, said publicly, please don't use this as a political score point.
We do not want his death to be used to create further division, hatred, or tension. We want his story to make our streets safer for everyone.
And the fact that Nigel went out his way to go do that shows the attention of what he's doing is not right anyway. But I do agree on the fact that he says that everyone should be treated the same regardless of your religious background or where you come from. If you're in the United Kingdom of England, you should be a abiding citizen. So you should obey the law of the land. Facts. If you don't like it, there's other parts of the world where you can go to that will approve what you believe in. I feel like that's calm. I feel like that is fair. But to actually use this, especially where the country's at right now, especially with the far left and the far right and the racial tension that's going on in Great Britain, and to actually try to push this agenda, especially for one crime that doesn't represent the entire ethnic and religion group, I think it's pathetic, especially that this is what Nigel Farage wants to do. Because for you to use this, it oversimplifies a complex situations to get everybody upset and riled up. And you know how it goes with the right wing. These lot are going to go outside and protest. I feel like the police officers that was involved in the situation, they should lose their job. Because how the hell are you going to arrest someone that you can clearly see he's injured, he's on the floor, and you're pulling him up like this? Look at the way they're pulling him. So I feel like, you know what, when it comes down to it, you guys played a part of murdering him as well by the way you was manhandling him. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not going to seclude, you know, Vikram for what he did as well. You should have never stabbed someone, especially if they never had no weapon in him as well. So you getting your sentence as well was actually right. You know, I feel like the sentence that you got was justified. Regardless of what anyone has to say about the situation, whether he was racially abusing you or he took your, you know, your scarf out your head, that's not a reason for you to stab a man like that. You know, especially as a 23-year-old man, you should have knew better. You know, that's my opinion. You should have definitely knew better in terms of how you deal with that situation. And that shouldn't give you the reason to stab someone at all, especially if they're unharmed. You know? So yeah, that's my point of view with this whole situation. If you guys got anything to say, put it down in the comment section. I really would like to know you guys' point of view, especially in this topic. Condolence to Henry, Nowak and his family as well. I hope you guys find peace and I hope you guys stay blessed. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.